Hello everybody and welcome back to the tutorial walkthrough for Hearts of Iron 4, which is really interesting, of course, because I'm not an expert at this game. Let's just remind everybody, I don't know what I'm doing here. I've played it one time. I did one campaign as France on launch day. We're not playing with any DLCs or anything like that. We're just doing the run-of-the-mill vanilla tutorial here, how you would be trying to learn the game as a brand new player, queuing up the tutorial, playing as Italy here, and just getting guided through. And I'm just giving commentary, right? I'm here just giving my commentary to how the tutorial is structuring the teaching process. So the last thing we need to do here is the national focus. Set national focus. We can see up here, no national focus is set. So we're just working our way down the banners, and here we go. We're going to be working our way down there, and we're going to finish the last objective in the first bit of the tutorial. So the national focus, as we can read here, it allows your country to select its political goals. So this is going to guide our nation. This is our nation's ambitions, except we're never going to grab all of these. We're going to choose how we want to progress through this tree and what we want to prioritize first. So this is going to be how we guide our nation through history or an alternative history, right? So here, like, we can, at this point, just as an example, we can, go into the Pact of Steel, which is when we join the Axis. We agree to join up with Germany and become a member of the Axis. Historical. Or we could say no, Italy first. And we can actually create our own faction, an additional faction to brace for the World War II. And we can fight on our own and really push Italy's desires and ambitions above those of just the Axis or above Germany. So we can actually go after the UK on our own. I'm not saying that's the easy way to do it, definitely not. But I'm saying we can do an alternate history using these different paths here. But what it's suggesting is, as we continue to read here, it's recommending that we do the shiny ones here, because it's wanting us to race for this extra research slot. And it knows, and because we've looked at the research, we know how important this would be. Having a 5th research slot would be incredible. So what's it having us do here? Ethiopian war logistics. Okay. Takes 70 days to complete. So it adds infrastructure. I'm guessing this is a state that's down by Ethiopia. Yeah, the Somaliland, and this other state that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. I'm guessing that's this area here. Yep. Eritrea and Somaliland. So Somalia basically and Eritrea. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it's going to add infrastructure here, and that's going to help us in getting supplies down here to win the war, to push into Ethiopia and win the war. So now the truth is, if this was somewhere else, we would probably never do this. We don't need infrastructure to beat. We don't need this to beat Ethiopia. Like, we're Italy. This is Ethiopia. So let's hit that, though, because that's what the game wants. That's what the tutorial wants us to do here. And there's good sense to going to the research. Going to that research slot, that extra research slot, is going to be a very, very good thing. So we are now on tutorial step 2. Okay, national focus, good. We're done with the national focus for now. It's going to take 70 days for that to finish. So we can just have one of those going sort of all the time. Now there's a big arrow pointing here. Good. Now that the alerts are sorted out, we haven't actually, wait a second, we haven't actually looked at all the alerts. We have unassigned, okay, wait a second, now it's, apparently the infantry here in Italy are, quote, quote, not assigned. That's fine. Those guys are up just sort of defending the homeland, right? Let's look at what's going on in Ethiopia, because this is really where it wants to point us here. It's just saying, okay, we're at war, no divisions in basic training. Okay, we are going to have to fix that. Probably. We need to be training something. Insufficient resources. So equipment is being produced at a reduced speed while factories lack resources. So we actually don't have enough oil, rubber, and tungsten. I don't know if the tutorial is going to help us fixing that, but that's where we'd go to trade, right? That's where we'd look at trade. Okay, now that we've gotten that sorted out, Italy starts at war with Ethiopia. And you should not have much difficulty in winning that war once you learn how to do it. That's true. Move your camera to the yeah. Once your camera is located, yep, where the big arrow is, select the divisions in the Eritrea site or state. Okay. Here we go. Step 3. We have selected our troops. And if we zoom in, so here's one thing here. Let me note something really quick, guys. Let's deselect everything. Let me note something very, very quick. If I have selected use NATO symbols, okay? I have selected this button. That's because I like, again, by playing a lot of Hearts of Iron 3, I like the NATO symbols. I do not like seeing just like random little like dude standing here. Like, this means nothing to me. Seeing a little dude with a hat, yes, I understand that's infantry. This is ridiculous to me. I don't want to see little guys. What I want to see is the NATO symbols. Now, actually, oh, wait a second. Oh, it still shows the little guy. Nah. I used in my first and only campaign, I used a mod that actually made these counters. I like the counters personally. They make sense. They convey what's going on. So if you're wondering why these are NATO symbols, that's what's going on. This means infantry. This means mountain. This means that we have 1 mountain division, Alpine division, and we have 3 infantry division. Of course, we looked at the mountain. We know that Italy starts with the special forces for mountain terrain. So that's what's going on here. We have 1 mountain, 3 infantry, 5 infantry, 5 infantry. That's what this is telling us here. So let's select this. Go back and see what this wants us to do. Divisions can join together in armies. An army is used to draw battle plans that can be assigned commander to lead them. So it's interesting because, of course, in Hearts of Iron 3, this was a very extensively detailed system called the Order of Battle. In this, it's been simplified to just armies. Like you just assign a bunch of people to an army, and you give them a commander. These are divisions, right? We have a bunch of divisions. They all get assigned to an army. Hearts of Iron, it was like divisions, corps, armies, army groups, and theaters. So there's like a 5 or 6 tier process to creating an order of battle. And you could actually do a bunch of really cool stuff with that. It gave you a lot of power over your actual troops. And a lot of customization. Hey, we could read about this stuff here. So we could read about wars, so yeah, okay. That's fine. We need to create an army though. So down here it's saying this is flashing at us, so this is how we create an army. Boom. Army has been created. In fact, it looks like we already have. Why are there buttons on these two? This is, whoops. What is this all about? Why do we have, I don't know why there's 2 buttons here. New army group. Okay. Army group is something different then. Okay, so we created the army. It's already assigning the 14 divisions that we have selected. An army can be given orders by drawing battle plans. But we need to assign a commander to this, don't we? How do we do that? I don't know why. I don't know what this button's all about. Click the front line button and create a border to Ethiopia. Okay. Okay, I was trying to create a border here. Oh, we clicked it and it automatically, this is saying this is the front line. Okay, good. So a front line now exists. We now have a front line. Of course, the front line already existed. This system is actually one of the most annoying things in the game. Because we can manually put our troops here and create an actual front line. Just because we put this here doesn't mean anything. But this is how we tell the AI. So we're not going to actually be controlling our troops. The AI is going to be controlling our troops, which is aggravating in this game. But that's what we're going to be doing here. And because we're so overwhelmingly more powerful technologically and in numbers, we are going to be just fine, letting the AI take care of this, hopefully. So we need to draw an offensive line. So here's the front line, here's an offensive line. And we can actually look at this. We can be thoughtful about this and see, hey, there's some rivers here and stuff like that. Now it's saying we need to just go like this. It's like, you know what, we need to... So using right click, we need to just do this. Now, typically, I would say, you know, we need to pay attention to the rivers. We might actually do a line that actually is here, right before this river crossing. Right? The rivers are really, really important in this game. But the game wanted us to do that, so we did that. Okay, so I think we're done now, so we can left-click to sort of get out of that screen. So they now have a battle plan. They now have a battle plan. You have now created an offensive order to attack Ethiopia. But before you go ahead and give the order to execute, it may be wise to make the correct preparations. If you allow units to prepare for 15 days, they will receive a combat bonus for up to 30%. Wow, 15 days for 30, that's insane. Certain land doctrines can modify for how long you can prepare, while others might modify how fast you can reach your maximum level of preparation. 15 days. In this game, that's a decent amount of time because of the scale of the game is so much different than like an EU4. But that's still not a very long amount of time to get the full 30%. That's crazy. I don't know if I remember that being that short. It is also advisable that you prepare your air force as well. So we can click, so we can see this little symbol here. That's telling us that there's an air base here. Now it's saying, okay, we're going to be looking at the air situation here. Good. In order for your troops to have a higher guarantee of successive battle, we need air support. We need air superiority. That's going to give our infantry, if we have air superiority here, that's going to give our infantry a boost on the ground. Air wings assigned to the air region can be sent on missions. Air support air wings can be sent on the close air support mission, which will enable them to join land combat engagements. Okay. Assign the air wings based in the Eritrea Air Base by right-clicking the East African Air Region and giving them orders once they are assigned. East Africa. Okay, so this is one giant air space, which again is sort of an oversimplification that I do not like. But it's saying that the fighters the fighters only have this much space to actually work with. They won't actually go outside of this zone. The bombers, however, are designed to have longer range. Larger fuel tanks, fly at higher altitude, so on and so forth. The bombers can actually effectively be utilized in this full space, but the fighters can only be utilized in this space. So we just need to right-click to assign. Whoops. Oh, it's pointing to the middle. I was like, did I actually click in this exact area? I don't know. So we have assigned all of our things, just all the things will be operating in East Africa to the best of their abilities, apparently. All the things. Nice and really didn't even have to think about this, really. It's just assign everything to there. Which is kind of lame if you think about it. Okay, what are we working on now? Good. Air wings have been assigned. Before you start doing anything, however, you must first give your air wings mission. Okay, so we haven't actually given them mission. We've assigned them, but we have... Okay, now we're actually about to give them mission. There are a number of different air missions, and the air missions an air wing can be sent on depend on the type of air wing. Support air wings can be sent on close air support mission, which enables them to join land combat engagements and attack your enemies. To send an air wing on a mission, click the mission icon in the air interface. Mission icon in the air interface. Is that this? But these must be the missions, right? We just completed that tutorial. But like it's not really explaining that, is it, very well? Not very well at all. We can say that they only fly it during the day. That's kind of important sometimes because usually during the night they're not very effective anyways. It depends on the planes. But sometimes it's nice to have them only active during the day. That's if you really want to micromanage things. Air superiority is just fantastic because, see, can we select, oh, okay, so we can individually select their, okay, so the fighters are selected for air superiority. These are selected for close air support, and these are also selected for close air support. So even though we had all of these, can we shift select these or anything? Yes, we can. We can hold shift and select these. And we could actually split them in half. I think. I don't know. Let's just go with this. Their fighters are doing air superiority. Good, that's going to pave the way for a close support tactical bombers to go in and actually, because the tactical bombers need air superiority to get in there and do the damage in the land battles, because if they don't have air superiority, they're not even going to get there and be able to hit the targets. So it looks like this is all good. Apparently just clicking those buttons just kind of automatically knew that the fighters can only do this and the tactical bombers can only do that. Okay, good. Now almost everything is set. Time to look at the executing battle plan. Okay. Default map mode is active. Okay, so we do need to go back to the default map mode. We're in the air map mode right now. How do we get out of that? How do we get out of that? Default map mode. Okay. Oh, I gotcha. Naval, air, default. Okay, back to the default. I actually like the fact that the tutorial had us do that, because then it kind of gets us looking for these things. And it does say in the bottom right, okay, it does help us here. Now we need to select the army here. And it looks like it's going to want us to... a few things going on here. Let's hold off on here and let's read this hint that popped up. No, because that's the political screen. We don't need to look at the political screen. Before we begin the assault on Ethiopia, you could assign a commander to your army. Yes, we do want to do that, if you have not already done it already. Click the empty leader spot to the top left of the screen and assign a commander. Okay, no command. Okay, it seems like you'd be able to assign them from here, but, you know. So this guy is a skill level 4. There's a lot of interesting things that go into skill. Having a higher skill than the enemy general gives the leader an extra chance to pick a counter tactic to beat the enemy. The skill of so it's sort of like a rock, paper, scissors thing going on here. And if we have a higher skill, we're more likely to win the rock, paper, scissors. But my understanding is a low general should gain experience, like, actually proportionally faster. So we can level these guys up by actually enacting one of these lower skill guys. We can get them experience if we like their traits. See, okay, so this guy actually gets some negative penalties here. Army reassignment duration plus 50%. Okay, maybe we can only assign these guys everyone. Panzer leader. I don't think we have any tanks down here. Do we? No. We could just look and see, do we want to assign any of these guys? 10% less organizational loss when moving. That's kind of cool. I mean, this guy's the best guy. This is who they want us to select this guy, right? They want us to select this guy. But you know what? We could level up one of these other guys that maybe have better traits. This guy reduces planning speed, but chance to get wounded in combat is reduced significantly. Old guard. We don't need old guard. We don't need defensive stuff. We're going to be attacking. This guy's cautious. This guy seems kind of good, actually. Let's grab this guy. Let's grab this field marshal here. Stick him in there. Stick him in there just for fun. Okay, so now it's actually saying, okay, execute the battle plan. Ooh, here we go. And that's when we hit this button here. The funny thing is, it's weird that the system hasn't even told us to do anything here. It's telling us it really wants us to hold the line here, basically. So, like, what we could do is we could come here. We could add another thing. I don't know how many of these we can actually build. we can assign a new one, and we could actually stick in one of these defensive guys. This level 1 defensive guy here can hold the line here. So we have these 2 different groups. These guys we need to assign a front line, right? Just kind of what we learned from the tutorial. That's the front line here that we're concerned about. And we can give them a little offensive line. There's no reason, it doesn't hurt. That's right. That doesn't hurt at all. If they want to push up to there, they can. We can let them do that if they want to push up to there. We're not going to execute their plan until we see if these troops might actually retreat to defend the capital, and then we'll push up with these guys. So we actually have these guys ready ahead of time, even though the tutorial isn't telling us to do that. But we're applying what the tutorial told us to do to these troops down here that are in Somalia. So that's good. So now it's telling us, hey, execute, execute, execute. Let's go. Battle plan has been executed. But we haven't waited 15 days. Aren't we going to wait 15 days for the bonus? Let's unpause the game. Let's go a little bit... Oh, these are the theaters, right? So we have an Italian theater. We can actually create new theaters here. The theaters are just sort of a way to organize what's going on. Let's wait 15 days, shouldn't we? For the battle plan to, so we've unpaused. We can see that this amazing, I think we can actually disable this day-night thing. Because it's cool, but it's also kind of like distracting if you play this game a lot. How do we increase the speed? Okay, it's up here. So I say we wait till January 15th. Why not? Why not? I don't know why we're not getting credit here. And January 15th is passed. So if we look at our troops here, can we actually notice if we're getting a benefit? Can we get some feedback on that? Okay, so plan progression attack bonus is at 25%, max 35%. So we actually have a higher max than 30, probably because of maybe Italian tradition or anything like that. I don't know. So now we're at 34. Boom. Pause the game. We're at 34% now. Click the execute plan button at the bottom of the screen to order your troops to begin the invasion. I don't know why we're not getting feedback for the next one. We hit that. Okay, there we go. Now we're getting feedback. I guess we just expected us to have unpaused the game by now. Okay, so we waited. The tutorial didn't even tell us to wait till the plan preparation attack bonus got to max, but we have waited till that plan preparation is max, which is going to make it a little bit more effortless now. We're already been at war. They're attacking. In fact, actually, look at this. What the heck? They're attacking into us. Like, we're actually losing land here. That's fine. We're going to go take their capital. Game is unpaused. Let's keep the speed pretty low here, like speed 2. The game is unpaused. Ethiopia has surrendered. So now we are literally fighting the war. Now, the tutorial is set up in a way, and we're, of course, Italy, so we're powerful enough that we should just automatically win. With this battle plan, with this preparation, we should actually automatically win this. Here's the funny thing. So what's going on here is we're actually losing this fight. Green means we're winning. And if we're defending, when this goes to 0, we win. Like the battle is over. When this goes to 100, we lose. And they win the battle. This is saying that it's trending in their direction. We're currently losing this battle. What we could try to do is we could actually try to come into here, where we're now getting a green here. This is also going to put pressure on these guys who might be actually engaging here. Yeah, see, they're trying to fight into here. In fact, we're going to attack from 7 different ways. We can actually come up to here. Let's do some manual control here. So we're going to win this battle. This is also going to weaken their attack into here. And hopefully we can actually defend these guys enough to make sure they don't push in even more here. Meanwhile, up here, we are actually winning all of our battles. Are we just going full ham, just attacking with everybody, or are we holding some people back for... Sometimes it's smart to actually attack in bursts, like to split these troops up and attack in bursts, but it seems like the AI is just going full ham here. Oh no, we do have a couple... We have some of our divisions. It looks like 2 of our divisions are going in for the side attack. Again, having multiple angles. Are we doing the same here? No, we're not. We should have one of these divisions should be attacking this province, but we're not. So the AI is not as efficient as the player is, basically. So here we're trying to hold the line here. Let's minimize that for now. Trying to hold the line here. We can go up to speed 3. I mean, no matter what, we're going to win here, even if we lose here. Another thing we could have done is we could have brought more troops down from Italy, but we don't need to do that. We're winning this battle. We're winning all these battles, actually. And this one is not progressing. Again, we're losing. It's trending the wrong way. This one's trending the wrong way, but it needs to get to 100 for us to lose. This one's sort of like 50-50. We're kind of losing, we're kind of winning. We can look actually at... Can we actually look at these battles? What's actually going on in the battles? Actually, you know what? They might have changed it. Never mind. If this goes to 0, maybe we lose. Okay. They have no commander, actually. But they're attacking from multiple directions. See, they're getting a bonus because they're attacking from multiple directions. They also are outnumbering us significantly. If we look here, though, strength is at 90. One of these divisions' strength is 100%, basically, but these ones are getting pretty weak because they're getting attacked from the sides. I honestly don't know how much longer this is going to take. In general, let's pause the game here. And let's actually take a break here. We've started the war against Ethiopia, so this is sort of step 2 of the tutorial. I don't know how much more tutorial there's going to be. The funny thing is we're not even really doing anything up here. We're not micromanaging any of this. I don't know if there's stuff we could be doing or not. I don't know. The tutorial hasn't told us about that stuff. So let's take a pause here. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching another episode of this walkthrough, this commentated walkthrough of the Hearts of Iron 4 tutorial, coming out 2 years late, but doing this for a friend. So hopefully it'll be helpful for Slayer, and hopefully some other people might get some use out of it too. And this is kind of interesting. It's almost kind of given me a little bit of a spark to start playing again. So now we have a situation here where we've actually taken a single province. So let's take a pause here, and we'll see what happens in the next episode as we continue to push into Ethiopia and try to hold the line down here in Somalia. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you guys in the next one.